Okay, so the people will continue to join, but I think I should start with our today's session. Last week we discussed about empathy, particularly in leadership. It's like we are heading towards extending ourselves. First, studying, understanding ourselves, self-awareness, emotional intelligence, and things like that. And then once we are able to work on ourselves and get to know ourselves, it's better to extend it, share it with others. And that's where the leadership comes in. And with leadership, last week we discussed different topics like the concept of uh, how you can extend that. So today, how you can empathize in that situation and how actually leadership help you grow. Leadership help you go to a place that you want, for example, 10 years later, and you are preparing somebody else to take your place who you are right now, because you cannot get stuck in the same situation throughout your life. So today's session is extension of that, where we'll talk about the toolkit of leadership, what actually matters in that, or how we can utilize our toolkit, what are the practical skills of that. So if I talk about the objectives of today's session, we'll try to identify essential practical skills that will be used for effective and empathetic leadership. We'll further strengthen our self-awareness because that is something which asks for a continuous work. We'll strengthen communication, decision-making abilities. We'll look into this, how these things work, and what are the tools for managing conflict and motivating others, developing a personal leadership toolkit. These are some of the things. Now, I would like more of your engagement in that. I'll also share some activity. I have kept today's, I would say, session a very small one, but it's basically what your input would be, how you will tell me that you'll strengthen your self-awareness and your communication and your decision making, what you already do to manage conflicts and motivate others. So as we go further, some of the key concepts that we talk about in the competencies of leadership, that is starting with awareness, knowing who we are, what our strengths and limitations are, what our triggers are. If we are we know that our strength is in silently observing people and helping them understand, helping them learn, that would be um, we should not go for, I would say, becoming a happy-go-lucky sort of a leader or a people leader. That it's what I am trying to say in that particular concept is the person who is more extrovert, he or she will be a leader, will be more connected or communicative to the fellows. But if a person is introvert, the strength of that person won't be to talk more with others or to communicate more with others, but to communicate as much as needed or be more observant, be more at back. So it is when we understand our personality, we don't try to change it. And also identifying, for example, what are the triggers. If some things trigger me, I would, and I also know that these are the things which help other do work better. For example, if a person is more disciplined, and he or she is triggered by a more flexible activity or playful activity, but also know that yes, playful activity, the team might work better with a playful activity. So the leader will leave that group for a time being. For example, this is half an hour. Do your playful activity, do your teamwork, however you want to do it. I am out of this room. I'll get back half an hour later so that you'll give me the task by the time, however you want to do it. So, in that scenario, the leader knows that these are the triggers. I would be triggered if everything is not disciplined, but I also should understand that everyone is not like that. So, these are basically, I would say, um, what self-awareness works. Then there is communication. Communication, how you, and being a leader, again, in a scenario, it might be that you are uh, a good communicator, you talk much, but when you are a leader, you might have to reduce that talk. You might have to be more proactive in listening and getting the clarity and providing the feedback rather than just talking too much like you used to do in your everyday or career life. Being a leader might ask you for more of listening than of the talking. And then also emotional regulation, how you can stay calm under stress, how you handle that scenarios, what things you do, how you set up the boundaries. That is also emotional regulation. That is also the self-communication and self-awareness and communication, that you are also setting boundaries. This is what I am not comfortable with. This is something, for example, I felt was uh, not what I commit to, or some things like that. But you are communicating them by staying calm and effectively, clearly communicating it. Then there are how to make the decisions, how to balance logic and empathy. Like if we work more with empathy, there comes, like we discussed in last session as well, there would be a lot of triggers as well in empathy, or a more empathetic leader might be misused by the followers as well, by the subordinates as well. Okay, this leader is so caring, so I can just ask anything, or I can get away with anything by sharing my sad story or something. So being a leader, you also have to decide कि, okay, there is a balance between logic and empathy. Every time empathy won't work. Every time you don't have to give the flexibility. Sometimes you also need to share uh, with your subordinates that this is also how you are working. You have to work through your problems. You have to work through the scenarios, the negativities of life, and that is how you'll grow. I am there to support you, but you have to do your work, and you cannot just play the victim card. That is also what a leader has to understand. Then, how you delegate and motivate others. You don't have to do it all. You have to actually delegate tasks, you have to empower others, you have to teach them the skills so that later on they can also take up. Uh, a more empathetic leader would use the practices normally they use is using that I statement. At times it feels controversial. Like if we are talking about leadership, if we are talking about the people, it should be we, what we are doing or what we will do as a team. But the leader is using I statement, explaining what I am feeling, what I want from this. So I start by explaining my idea, and then I want you to come up with your idea. This is how I state my work, because I don't know what is in your mind. I'll get back to delegation and panel discussion. Um, First, so I statement would be that this is my idea, and I feel, for example, if the leader is feeling that the team is not happy with the idea or the team is not happy with the project, the leader won't say that we are not happy with the project or we are having troubles or things like that. The leader will use I statement in the sense, I feel that you are not happy with that situation, separating oneself from the others and trying to look into the bigger picture. And then validating emotions. If the people are worried, anxious, happy, excited, validate those emotions. Do seek feedback regularly. Do talk to them, communicate with them regularly for the feedback. What is going on, how the project is till now, and then also model compassion in tone as well as action, that you care for them. So, coming back to the delegation and panel discussion difference, delegation is actually uh, delegating your task to others. Delegation is not the team or the group of people going to a conference. Here, that is not that delegation. That delegation here is um, I have, for example, I have a project to do, and in that project, I have to might be communicate with people. I have to do some paperwork. I have to um, do some research. I have to submit some forms, right? There would be different tasks in that the project I have. So when I delegate the task, I will assign one of my team member to do the research work. I delegate that task to her to do the research work. I delegate another task to another team member that you have to communicate on my behalf. These are the people with whom you have to coordinate and collaborate. I won't be collaborating with all of them. It will be really hectic for me. So I want you to collaborate with them. And if there is any problem, try to deal with them, communicate my message to them. Overall, these are the messages. So give them to all. And if there is any issue, you can discuss to me. So that is delegation. You are dividing the tasks that you have in hand for the project, and you are assigning those tasks to your team members. That is a good leader who knows who is a better person for a task, and also the leader identifies that this team member would be is might not write very good in this task but can learn better. The leader has that eye to identify the skills of its team. And panel discussion is basically group of experts who are working, who are discussing a topic, who are presenting their ideas and statements. I hope, Abbas, this answers your question. Okay, so now I will get into this is an activity that I would like to do, and you have a QR code in your, but before that, I'll also share the link. Let me share the link as well um, in the chat box. Okay, I have shared the link in the chat box, and I am now also uh, sharing the screen as well. So now you have this QR code in front of you as well and the link in your chat box. I would like you to participate in that. Identify what skills you have. You need to list three strategies for your leadership venture. And for that, I'll get back to this slide. And identify which skills do you have. Do you know yourself? Are you self-aware? Do you know your strengths and limits? Do you understand your triggers? Do you know how to deal with your triggers? What is your communication style? Are you a good listener or are you a good talker? Do you communicate well? Are you able to explain yourself well to others? Or you are able to listen to others? Can you give the task with clarity? Can you have feedback? What is your state of emotional regulation? Can you stay calm under stress or stress overwhelms you? Can you make a good decision? Can you balance between logic and empathy? Do you know how to motivate others? Do you know how to delegate tasks to others? Can you identify the strengths of your teammates? Okay, so these were all the examples that I was giving that identify among these competencies. What is your competency? What you can do? Do I need to explain myself again, or is it clear? Okay, now, yes. I hope you can see my screen. Mm, Okay, I'll share the screen again. And yes, now I'm sharing the screen again where your tasks, your messages, your basically answers are here. Okay, I can listen to people's stories. Nice, very good skills. Everyone cannot do that. Teamwork, creativity, strategic thinking. Interesting. Very good leader, I must say. Right. Good listening because it's part of my work as a coach. Okay, that's nice. Emotional regulation. I'm able to keep calm. I would say bravo to you. It's something that everyone should learn. Okay, I lost that screen. Wait. And the third skill was I'm a good motivator. That's nice. And we need more and more people like you who can motivate others, who can help people seeing their skills, um, leading through empathy and communication. It's nice, encouraging teamwork, mutual learning, and setting examples through consistency and discipline. That's nice. Okay. Okay. You're sharing in chat as well, but I'll keep exploring from here. Teamwork, creative thinker, and a good communication skills. Nice. Okay. I also want to share that it is very nice to know that you are team workers because gradually that skill is at lost. In the sense, I would say, do reflect back on that as well because when I um, work with teams, or like I would say, when I work with the students on group projects, normally the problems that come up are um, they one or two person are doing it. There is a group leader, there is one or two members who are doing it, and rest of the member are at the back sleeping And initially, they do come up with idea that yes, we are doing, everyone is doing teamwork, and then but by the time it is close, the project is closing by, they'll be like, okay, ma'am, this one person is not doing, that person is not doing. So here also comes the leadership skills. Like, have you actually talked to all of your team? Have you tried to listen to them, empathize with them, communicate with them? Because sometimes it also happens, like I would say, in my college, it's a government college, so most of the students don't have access to all the skills, all the tools, all the resources. One or two group members would have very good resources at home, would have a computer, laptop, internet access, um, educated parents, and things like that. But rest of the team members might never have access to computer at home, or a very limited internet, or the parents are not well aware. So they'll be like, they don't have that much of resources. So as a good leader, as a delegator of tasks, as an empathetic leader, we also need to understand and let them know, um, listen to all the people, and if they are sharing that they can't do it, try to identify how can you provide them with the tasks. How can you delegate them the tasks which they can do without without feeling inferior, things like that. So this is also something I think we should understand. Okay. Um, a thoughtful decision maker, cooperative, collaborative within a team. Okay, that's nice. But again, do reflect back again. Is that cooperation and collaboration means you do all the work, or are you able to share or delegate tasks to others as well? Well, I think this was a good activity, and the people have started to think. And I think you can also uh, use these skills, work on these skills to um, finalize your advocacy campaigns. I have also received 10 or 12 advocacy campaigns, and I hope more and more people would join in. Now, I would like, if Sanam, if you are here, I would request to please unmute yourself and share your thoughts in that, and also if there is anything I would like you to
Yes,
discuss with.
yes,
Thank you.
please. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. I hope you all are doing great, and Alhamdulillah, the sessions are doing well. I apologize, there is little noise. It's actually I am in academy. There's a match going on, and it was important to talk to you people. You can see there's a football match is going on. You can have a look of my son. It's a football ground and they are playing. Yeah. So you might feel some noise. But yes, um, let me tell you a few things. Yes. The final project, as we are, moving towards the end of the fellowship and we are left with only one more week. Yes. Like 2 or 3 sessions more, 2 sessions maybe. Yes. So the task or the project is already assigned to you people by Miss Sara. Alhamdulillah, she has explained you everything very well. Uh, the only thing which I would like to mention here, which is very important, see, you all are the fellow leaders, and we want to see you as leader, not only the fellow members of the fellowship program. So what we want you to spread positivity and the message about the mind and the mental health. you have learned from this fellowship. What you need to do is whatever the task is given to you at the advocacy campaign, Ma'am Sarah has assigned you. See, just keep this in your mind. Now you are the fellow leaders of Yes You Can Global Foundation. And what you need to do is simply either it's in writing, it's a report, it's an article, it's a poster, or you are conducting any session related to the topic of mind matters. Keep this in mind. You are representing Yes You Can Global Foundation, and it must reflect in your task or in your project or in your advocacy report. Why is it's important? Because the best one, or you can say the best poster, if you're designing a poster, whether it's a report or it's a session, we will be, checking this all out, and the final one, maybe the final three or the final two, will be published on our website. And the good session which was conducted by any of the fellow members, they will be conducting the session in future from Yes You Can Global Foundation to guide other, the participants or the fellow members for the next fellowship, which we'll be soon, inshallah, announcing the fellowship batch two. You will be our, you can be our speaker, you can be our moderator, or you can be the part of that fellowship as a leader. So I would love to all of you to do it at your best and just tag Yes You Can Global Foundation if you are doing any written work for the task or for the advocacy project. I hope it's clear to all of you, because we are preparing leaders, we are creating leaders who can lead after every fellowship and after every program which we are announcing and which we are conducting, inshallah. So I believe it's clear to all of you. If there is any question, if there is anything which you feel you need to discuss, you can talk to me, you can send me message, you can, like the number is given in your group. And yes, one more thing, all the recordings are available of all these sessions. But yes, it is for limited time. I hope I'm audible. I'm audible to all of you because there is noise. Recordings are available, but yes, that is for the limited time. The last week's recordings are available on our channel, which will be logged or which will be private this week on Sunday, because the links were not shared. So we have opened it for you people. If you cannot attend the session due to any reason, we have given you this opportunity, this flexibility. Like you can just listen to the recording, and then you can submit your assignments and tasks accordingly so that you can be eligible for the certification. Right? Yes, who has the question? Please do it, because we are left with few minutes. Which pictures and videos you are talking about, Huda? Yes, Huda, you can unmute yourself. Huda, I'm not getting your question. Please, if you can unmute yourself, do it. Yes, please.
Acha, I would like to, I think what I understood with the question is that if you are doing an advocacy campaign and you have the videos or pictures, you can share it on your LinkedIn profile, tag, yes, you can. And the Google Classroom link, you can share that in that comments as well. Okay, so when you
Yes,
add
yes.
that in comments, we'll have access. We know that this is your campaign and we can rate you accordingly.
Yes, they can share on social media, and then they can tag us that this is the project which I am doing from this platform, and these are the pictures like you're sharing. Simple. You can tag in those pictures. You can share by yourself, right? And share it on Google Classroom as well. Is that clear? Okay, that's fine. see, we again just the since day one we have been you know trying to create this environment to you know bring out the best leader out of you to mental or the mind matters the fellowship which is actually you're enrolled. So we really want you to work on it and carry forward this leadership, self leadership with yourself, right? Uh, that's it from my side. Just I want you to reflect it on everything you are doing with related to project because everything will be counted for your certification and the final project which Ms. Sara has already assigned. Thank you so much. Take care of yourself, Ms. Sara. You can continue. I'm done.
Thank you so much, Sanam. And I hope everything is clear now. And yes, now the attendance sheet is also here. And we are just 5 minutes short. So the attendance sheet is in the chat as well. You can mark that. Uh, I would just like to conclude the my would saying that this is when we talk about leadership, it is about uh, how we get back to others. And for today's session, I would like you to reflect back what strengths you have, and like you have what you have shared in that activity in that link, and I have also discussed some of them with you. You have to reflect back again. If you are talking about communication skills, do get back to the people you are communicating and ask them, can you understand me? Because it's like sometimes when you think you are very communicative person, might be at times others might not get it that way, or so it is very important to continuously have feedback. It might be you feel you are very friendly, but others might see you as might be not very um, bossy or something, or it's like you are not able to get hold of others, and might be the people are taking advantage of yourself. So these are the things which need continuous reflection, which need continuous feedback. And I would really like you to get back to yourselves, identify you. You have very well identified your skills, but do reflect back on them and pick one skill a month to work on it, improve it, and get yourself pro in that particular thing. Okay, so this is from my side. Anyone wants to share something, or I would like to um, sign off here. Yes, ma'am. Hoda, you want to share? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Like I say, the foundation. Yes, you can. You can collaborate with other organizations for the session. It will help spread the message of it, and you can share the ideas, the sessions that you are doing. It will be like I shared in the instructions as well, that it can be the community, it can be parents. So community is also any organization that would be. Okay. So I think this is it from my side. Hmm. Well, Soha, this is, I would say, social media time. You need to have some record, but I would say just have a report and share the experience. You can share that on LinkedIn profile, how what was the experience as well. And You can share the feedback form. Yes, participation forms, Google Forms, you can inculcate that in your report. And like Ma'am Sanam has said, that they might get back to you for the next sessions or next trainers as well. Okay, so this is it from my side, and it's just less a minute. So I would like to say goodbye here, and inshallah, we'll meet on Wednesday. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.